Namaste. I don't know what time it is, and that's okay. Alright, so I had to do this video because it was just too beautiful not to, right? I know it's past 3:30. Might be around 4 o'clock in the morning. I was woken up because I was having a dream. And Spirit told me straight up, today is about describing ancestors. From what my connection is, what it is, and my definition of their love. And they were very adamant about describing what ancestors really mean to you. Now, I went outside to smoke a cigarette and I saw that there was like a half moon. I started to laugh because it's like the other side of me, right? The other half. Like one half is spirit and God, the other half is my ancestors. And they were very adamant about me putting this on a video. Hang on 1 second. Hello. Okay. Well, let's just put it this way. If you really want to know what the ancestors will do in your life, you can find it in the New Testament of Psalms 23, verse 3. That God will basically, with the help of my ancestors in spirit, put me in a designated place and literally it blew my mind on how I used to look at it from one point of view, but after everything that's happened during my spiritual path, how much it enlightened what was going on. And this is where ancestors solidify that you don't need to have fear anymore, that it really is an illusion. You've had confidence the whole time. But the way you perceived it might have been, foggy. I'm here to, show you that fog is actually worth it. And this goes into meditation also. When you discover this world inside of yourself, it's going to look a little foggy. But the more you practice, the more the veil falls down. Then you'll see somebody sitting on a throne. And guess who that person is? You. Then you'll see spirit in many forms of people you've loved, people you might have lost in this realm. And they're all there to talk to. They're all there to talk to. They're not dead. They're not dead at all. But what came into my mind was, I am at peace with what has happened. What is happening and what is coming. And one thing that my ancestors really made clear was from a song it's called No Surrender. It says, are we the hunted, or are we the prey? And in some aspects, literally we're both at times. We're being hunted because we're speaking the truth. And before even getting to know my ancestors, it felt like I was a prey. I was expendable. But once you go into your truth, you realize you're a hell of a lot more powerful than what you previously thought. So, what ancestors mean to me. Not sponsored. My ancestors at this point in my evolution were very adamant about saying what's going to happen because they need you to know. For those of you people, I'm not really going to call you human beings because it's a multi-dimensional factor. So there's like human 2.0 maybe, But our ancestors, for those that are evolved and went within, or you are evolving, you find out really quick at what point they literally stress the fact of you need to do good in this life. Because reincarnation is extremely real. And if you don't do good in this lifetime, starting today, not only will the rest of your life here from now on feel like shit, you'll be confused, you'll be in a fog, you might go insane, but you might get your salad tossed in the next life also by being in jail. So this is why I'm very adamant about what the ancestors have told me and taught me. Like, I know I've been used in my life. And that's okay. But I pushed through because I had good in my heart. I mean, this is the thing about, you have a choice, right? It's duality. You can either do wrong or do good. If you do wrong to get ahead, yeah, it's a shortcut, but you have to pay the karma at the end of the ride, It's energy, guys. What goes around comes around. And since I've been with myself for a year and a half, I mean, people came into my life trying to use me again because they know I've tapped in to a source within myself that is so powerful. At times I feel like Osiris has his hand on my shoulder and goes, go this way. And that's what I've done. That's integrity. Following a feeling that you don't know why you're following it, but it makes complete sense. More sense than anything this world could ever offer. And that's why I said Psalms 23 verse 3. God will lead me into a place where my enemies will have a table set for me. And at first I was like, oh, they might have borrowed $20 or something and then they never came back. And then one day they're going to call up and say, hey man, you want to go have supper? No. It's not even close to that. It's The realization that everyone that I've ever met in my life that have done me wrong will have to sit at my table and watch me rise. Now, if that ain't biblical, I don't know what the fuck is. But one big thing that I've noticed is that you need to stay humble, because it's very easy for one to get sidetracked and take advantage of this power. And once you realize what power is, it's not money. It's not the house you live in. It's not the Lamborghini you're driving. Oh, and by the way, sports cars have 2 seats. You know why? Because the other seat's for God. I shit you not. A lot of these billionaires, I had the wrong perception. I mean, yeah, you have like quick millionaires that go in, they do their 15 minutes of fame, and then boop, they're out. But the people that fall are the people that aren't in God. So they can't stay at that vibration. So literally what I'm saying to you is, if you get to know thyself, no matter what happens around you, you will live your truth and you will vibrate really high. And the more you vibrate, the more you go up. You know, it's like when Spirit told me that I had completely destroyed every generational curse that my family blood had. Now, this is not a light subject for me to talk about, because it's I was born between 2 families that were never together. So basically, God was using me as judgment to balance the 2 families, to maybe one day they find peace the way I have. Because we've been living in this illusionary set world to where society tells us that our family is our responsibility. Our responsibility is our well-being. If you are good within yourself, you can't help but be a blessing to many. I don't know. So with that said, if you're trying your hardest to be the best you can be, do not listen to anyone trying to put you down, including your family. Because your real family, it ain't here, baby. It ain't here. Especially those staying in the same energy of materialistic shit, of, well, you're going to need a diploma, everybody in the family's a doctor, you have to be a doctor. Tell them to go fuck themselves. You're here to be you. Now, I wish I could use lighter language, right? But in some cases, some people need to hear this information. I mean, we've all been through the school system. Has it gotten any smarter since we were kids? Have your kids gotten more free? Well, with this new energy coming into the planet, done by Sirius, our twin star around the sun, the people that are spiritual will rise because they're in their truth. And the people controlling, just for money, they're going to fall bad. Bad. Like they didn't even They couldn't even see it happening because they can't feel it. All I know is that, let's say, actually, there's something I wish I would like to talk to. My whole goal about doing these videos were for my son, right? But then Spirit was like, no, 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 no. It's just a trial to get you used to speaking your truth. So that way you can enlighten many children. Because once we go in and see the power we hold, we are all one with our ancestors, Spirit, and God. And we realize that Gaia, a being that has evolved into a planet to host life, she's the one in charge. Not you. So, with that said, if you've been doing a lot of bad in this world, prepare for the inevitable. That fear feeling that you're stuck onto, it's going to eliminate you. It's not going to illuminate you. You will be eliminated. Because that energy will not stand on Gaia anymore. And you know what? I'm very compassionate about everyone that has their own path, right? I mean, like I said, I've done some stupid shit. But nothing really to where I hurt someone else. If I ever hurt someone, it was because I was being hurt on too. And at a certain limit, the mind breaks, the heart breaks, and the soul beams out. And spirituality gives you that ancestral knowledge that we all hold in our DNA. And it goes, isn't it beautiful? The power you hold. When I woke up spiritually, guys, Spirit, my Most High, my divine guides, were very adamant about this road that I'm walking. That everyone that has ever done me harm, or that God used my eyes to see what was going on around me, I had no idea how protected I was. Until I felt Osiris in my heart. That's when I was like, shit. I'm good, baby. I'm good. But basically, everyone in my life that subconsciously I was really not knowing what the fuck was going on with most people. God told me it's okay. There's some things I don't need you to see. And this is where I discovered ancestors. Because they're the ones in charge of dishing out the karma. And they don't fuck around. 1919. So yeah, with that said, that's the message for today. I might do another video later, I'm not sure. I've got a lot of things to do today. But if you're on this spiritual path, know you're on the right path. Times might get lonely, but with time, you'll see you're never alone. So with that said, namaste to you, brave heart. It's worth it. Just like you.